Hey Simlies, it's Deligracy here with a CAS video on the Kardashians. I'm making Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, and Kris Jenner, or Kris Kardashian, their mother. I had a lot of fun with this CAS. It's a CAS that was requested ages ago to actually make Kim Kardashian. But I know a lot of people have made her already and posted it on YouTube. But I thought maybe something that hasn't been done too many times before is all three sisters and their momager. If you do not watch the Kardashians, it's a reality TV show pretty much about the Kardashians' family's life. They live a very affluent lifestyle, and of course, their lifestyle has become more and more affluent as they've become more and more famous. So I find it really interesting to watch, and it's a good show. I like it. It's trashy, but I like it. But I guess a lot of people would say any reality TV is trash TV. But I do like it. It's a guilty pleasure. But Kim here, who we're making, she was interesting to make. It's funny when you try and put certain real life people into sim characters. Sometimes it's really hard, sometimes it's surprisingly easy because it's really just trying to figure out what the game will allow in terms of their different facial features and if you can kind of mold those features to suit their real life appearance. So Kim Kardashian, I felt like I gave it a good shot. I don't know if it's the best one out there, but I thought she looked a bit like Kim Kardashian. Kourtney Kardashian was hard. I don't know. I don't think Kourtney was very good. Khloe was interesting. I think I got Khloe right. And Kris, difficult doing Kris because you think she's older than obviously her three daughters, but the ages in The Sims, there's not really a mid-age between adult and elder. It's not really, there's no mature adult, and she's had a facelift or a couple of facelifts, so it made it a bit difficult. So it might be more of a young Kris Jenner, we can say. The best thing about The Sims 4 is being able to change their body types and really create unique bodies, which is really helpful for the Kardashian sisters because they are curvy women and they are proud of their curves. And I think they dress really well for their body shapes as well. This dress screams Kim Kardashian, definitely. But I was thinking for everyday wear, she's been wearing a lot of neutral browns and creams and whites recently. And I was kind of trying to find something that showcased that. She wears a lot of waisted pencil skirts with cropped tops, but she doesn't show much of her belly, just a bit of midriff. And there just wasn't that in any of the outfit options in Sims 4, so going through a lot of different things in those color schemes, but not really finding it very successful. There's a plane going past my house because it's really, really hot today, and there's a lot of planes over the water on really nice days, so do ignore that. Kim's dress is skin-colored. Skin-colored, that's such a gross way of describing that color, but I guess flesh and black, and I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. And still going back to these brown colors, I was really wanting to achieve an outfit that looked like her, but we go back to something, I think, black maybe in the end. Her ponytail that she often wears, she kind of has a signature ponytail. She doesn't pull it back on top of her head, she pulls it back behind her head. So that was another thing with the hairstyles and why I'm using this hairstyle at the moment, because it's pulled back behind her head rather than on top of her head, which the other ponytail is. So as you can see there, it's not really how her ponytail usually looks, in my opinion. But each their own. She wears a lot of these bandage dresses, or she has in the past, that are leisure, and this fishtail one just seemed a little bit too, I don't know, it looked a bit tacky for her, I thought, so we put her in this white dress. The Kardashians love wearing a lot of white and a lot of black and a lot of nude, earthy colors, I think. Leopard print as well. It suits their darker features really nicely. So I was definitely trying to go for that. And I put her in those underwear, in that beautiful lingerie for her sleepwear. I'm sure Kanye would appreciate that. And yeah, going for the more flesh-colored lips or baby pink lips, more natural lips. And this is her party wear, all black, which is very typical of Kardashians. She's worn a lot of white bikinis, so we do put her in white there. And she has her hair out and flowing. But I think it looks more like her with her hair back than the flowing hair. Moving on to Kourtney Kardashian, I just used the genetics feature, and that just allowed me to make a double of Kim, so then I could edit it to create someone who looked a bit more like Kourtney. Kourtney was difficult though. I don't know. I just could not really get her to work. So we do spend a lot of time on her face, trying to make it look like her. But gosh, she's a hard one. She's a toughie. I don't know. Some people, it's just hard to make as Sims. I really struggled making myself, or my Sim self, when I did that CAS video. And obviously it's probably hard or difficult because you're trying to do yourself. But I don't know. I found the exact same difficulty with Kourtney Kardashian too, so I don't know. It's tricky. They have really nice eyes though, these girls. Their eyes it could be from the makeup that they wear. They do a really nice job kind of shaping their eyes or contouring around their eyes, but they appear to have really beautiful almond-shaped eyes, which was nice to make in CAS. And it's kind of cool. They all don't look too similar, but they obviously are sisters. I mean, they've all got their own features. Kim she's got very high cheekbones and an elongated face and kind of a long, thin nose and a big pout, whereas Kourtney, her face isn't as long. She has a smaller chin and smaller lips. Everything's a bit more smaller features. And I don't know, she was hard. She was a toughie. But I think she wears her hair up a lot in braids. I've seen her doing that quite a bit. And so that's why I left the braided hairdo up there. But I would have liked something that was more on top of her head, except the top of the head bun seemed a bit too pulled back or a bit too big on her or something. I don't know. Though she has worn a lot of buns, but they're usually smaller than what was available. Her fashion or her style is she wears a lot of jumpsuits and play suits, a lot of waisted skirts that are A-line with tops tucked into them. Those are both things that aren't really available in The Sims 4, so that was a bit difficult. But I did remember that she's worn blazer jackets with cut-off denim shorts, so I think we might go for that look. And they all have killer heels. If you have a look at photos of their wardrobes, like particularly Khloe Kardashian, you should see her collection of high heels. It is insane. It almost makes me feel sick because you recognize what kind of shoes they are. The red sole, you know they're going to cost a lot of money. So that's very impressive. It's interesting to Google. So I tried to make them have nice shoesies in this. Interestingly, I don't think they wear a whole heap of necklaces. I just noticed through scrolling through a few photos, there weren't many times when they had huge necklaces. Sometimes they would have a bold necklace on some outfits, but really not that many, which is interesting. Kourtney's workout gear is more slouchy than Kim, who had a sports top zipped up. And I went for this onesie play suit with a fuchsia lip because in the past, she wore a onesie. It was more lacy with a fuchsia lip, I think. No, she had a beige lip, but she wears fuchsia a lot. So I thought that kind of suited her as a sim. But that's pretty much Kourtney done. And their aspirations are all similar. Kourtney's is family, so is Kris's. Whereas Kim and Khloe, they're more into having mansions or successful lineage or being quite wealthy. So I put those, but they're all ambitious. That's for sure. And they're all a bit materialistic. It's very obvious on the show that their wealth isn't what's the word? Their wealth is pretty much shown off a lot. Like, you see the houses, you see the clothes, you see everything, and it's bigger is better almost. So That's why I chose materialistic. So Khloe Kardashian, I think she looks quite similar. I don't know. I'll be interested to hear what you think. I think the hair, she's always had lighter hair, or at least for quite a while now. And I thought that hairstyle suited her perfectly. It came with the outdoor retreat game pack. A really nice hairstyle that came with that. And I think we're going to get a lot of really nice hairstyles. So I'm excited. Khloe wears a lot of boots, laced up boots. Kim also wears a lot of laced up shoes, more laced up heels. And well, I suppose they all wear laced up boots, but I felt Khloe particularly can make more of a statement with boots out of all of them. And she wears denim cut-off shorts a lot, but she'd usually tie a top around her waist, which obviously I can't do in this. So I was just going through a few options. In the end, I think we go for a leopard print skirt and a black top, which I thought suited her quite well. And yeah, that's her. And she's got this kind of electric blue skirt for party wear. And I've noticed they've been wearing dark plum lips more often recently. Although I am a bit behind in the series, so maybe it was a little more long ago than I thought. But anyways, figuring out. Oh wait, that was her formal wear. Sorry, the electric blue dress. For her party wear, we just go for this black dress, and I think we're going to do something with her hair. Do we put it to the side? I think so. Or do we put it up? No, we put it to the side. Give her some darker lips, like I was just saying. And for her swimwear, she has a cap because I don't know. I feel like out of all of them, she wears a hat, hat the most. Although Kourtney wears a lot of floppy hats in everyday wear, so I was trying that out then. But that is pretty much Khloe Kardashian done, and we're moving on to Kris Jenner now in a second once we put in Khloe's ambitions and traits. So Kris Jenner, like I said, I didn't feel like, because she's had a facelift, she obviously is looking incredible for her age, but she also is meant to look older than the girls, so she's looking pretty young here, which is good. I reckon she looks really good with how she presents herself and whatnot. So I was trying my best with her. Really, Kris Jenner, you guys who watch the Kardashians would know this, but she wears a heap of black. She loves wearing sunnies. She has a cropped hair pixie cut, and she kind of wears a lot of high neck things, and high neck things that are embellished near the collarbone, that kind of thing, or above the collarbone. I did try her as an elder. I was like, no way, she doesn't look that old in real life. But yeah, finding hairstyles is a bit difficult. I would have liked it if that hair was a bit more wispy, but that's right. I thought that first top and cardigan I gave her was very Chanel, very, very Chanel. And these dresses suited her really nicely. She does wear a lot of black and white too. That's another thing I've noticed with her. But like I said, I'm really impressed with how they dress for their body shapes. And it's great to have more curvy women in the public eye, because for so long it was really one look, very athletic and slender. So I think it's been very refreshing to have this family in the public eye, because it is normal for many women to have more curves, and we should embrace those too. So I think it's great, and it's great to see how they dress to make the most of their body types as well. It's something I appreciate about watching the show in any case. Yeah, Kris has got some sportswear going on. She's got a big bug-eye sunglasses, which she wears a lot. I thought a black nightgown and slippers suited her perfectly. And we've got this nice plum dress for her party wear. She's going to be put in a one-piece bathing suit in a second as well. Big floppy hat and some nice Ray-Ban sunnies maybe, or maybe the circular sunnies again. Anyways, thanks guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think. But I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll speak to you soon.